to the Podsack Podcast. It's your boy Sheldon, Andre, and Coop. We're gonna talk about anime and gaming news. Yeah, we back. Woo woo woo! It's another week.
Oh, is he done? Sorry.
This guy.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back.
Yeah, we have.
Welcome back, Cooper.
Thank you. I am back for another week. I was in Aruba for a week. That was fun. Actually, it wasn't a week. It was only like 4 days.
I was like, was it actually a week?
No, it wasn't a full week. It was like 4 days, but it was fun. It was nice to get
What'd you
some
do?
sun. Well,
Looked hot.
A lot. No, it was very hot. Well, it wasn't like 40 degrees or anything. It was like it stayed right around like the 30s, so it was very nice. It was like perfect beach weather. Couldn't have asked for a better time. Like the nice part was it's very windy there, so when you're like laying on the beach and you're getting super hot, you just have like these amazing gusts of wind that come and take the heat off you.
Yeah.
And it's just so nice.
Probably just blowing sand at you too.
Yeah, dude, we did this amazing cruise where we got like free food, free drinks, all that kind of stuff. We went swimming on like the north side of the whole island. So it was like a 5-hour cruise. That was really fun. We spent some time on the beach. We got these they have the rentable scooters there. So we were like riding around the whole the whole island, like going to the little
pretty cool.
shopping districts.
That's pretty cool, yeah.
It's very fun. But there was a very fun thing that happened on the last day of the trip that I want to talk about. So we went on this party bus called Cuckoo Kanuku. It's just like
Party bus?
yeah, it's like a party. It's not like a party bus, how you would think of it in like North America, where it's like tinted out windows and all that. It's more like it's completely open. It's like a school bus that's completely painted. And what they do is it's basically a bar hop that they do. So you get you all get on. They give you free shots at every bar. So you get there, you just do like a liqueur shot. And then you go in and you can get some drinks, and they have them all on like they have deals.
Woo.
Right? Yeah. And everyone's just drinking and A lot of older people were on there. We were, because Jane does the influencer thing, we got just free passes to it. But it was just a lot of older people on there who are just going and bar hopping, and it was fun. But the star of the night, one of the guys, me and Jane like to play this game where we try to figure out who's like a couple. Like if we ever see people, we're like, oh, are they a couple, right? So
they're banging.
Yeah. So we were trying to figure it out, and we saw this one dude and this one chick who looked about the same age, and we were like, oh, they're definitely like a married couple, right? And so we get to the last bar, and we end up talking to the dude, and he's been very like high, like very high energy, very kind of like all over the place, right? And we didn't notice he was a little bit flamboyant, and we didn't notice something. And we found out he's actually gay.
Okay.
Didn't know this, right?
Yeah.
Complete shocker. So we find this out and we're like, oh, wait, what? We thought you guys were together. And they're like, no, we aren't. And they were just friends that had met. And so we start talking to this dude, and this dude is nonstop talking to me. Like nonstop wanting to talk to me. And at first I thought it was friendly, and I started to realize, oh, I understand, like pretty quickly, right? And I was like, I played into it a little bit because Jane was getting visibly frustrated, and I was dying on the inside.
Cooper's dreams came true.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So me and
This is just like the Pokemon launch all over again.
It is but this time I was doing it on purpose, in a sense. Like this
Cooper like puts up his
full-blown-
glasses and he's like, I know.
You got a dude's number.
Oh, I know. I got dude's number.
really?
At the Pokemon lineup event when the game Scarlet Violet came out.
I've gotten a few dudes' numbers.
He got numbers.
Yeah.
I've never heard this.
It's so fun. Like I like the idea of a gay guy pursuing me, because then I'm just like, yeah, I'm here. So it just makes me laugh, but at the same time, I knew Jane was gonna be, because we had been drinking a lot, so I knew she was pretty plastered. And she was just like, I knew we got back to the hotel, and she's like, what did you have a good time, like talking with your new boyfriend Rob?
Okay, so this is what's crazy. He's had other women pursue him and try to get his Discord, and he was like, no, I got a girlfriend. But a gay dude gives his number,
I'll let him
and he's
pursue
like 100% hype about this.
Is there
Because it's so funny.
is there something about like when like a gay dude thinks you're hot, you're like, I am hot.
Yeah, no,
right?
I just like appreciating it because, like, the thing is, when it's a girl, I feel uncomfortable because then it's like I actually could then because I am attracted to women, right?
A parallel world, I could do this.
Bang,
I could do this.
exactly,
Yeah.
and I don't like that idea. The idea, I'm completely straight, so the idea of a guy pursuing me, I'll never ever do it.
Yeah, but there's like a weird
But it
thing
feels
where
good
it's like
to be
where it's like,
complimented.
okay, thanks.
Yeah,
man.
exactly. Dude, this dude was going on about threesomes. He was asking like, would you do oral on a guy? Like like this dude was going in. Like he was like, oh, so you never? And then he asked me, he's like, do you have any friends that are like gay or bi? And I'm like, yeah, one of my closest friends is bi. And he's like, he's never pursued you? And I'm like, no, he's like a brother to me. He's like, oh, that's so weird. And like you just get these like kind of signals, and you're like, I see you, my G. All right,
That's
I respect
funny.
it. So it was.
I
was
find
fun.
it weird that he thought it was weird that your friend didn't pursue you. Like that's a weird.
It is weird.
That's,
Yeah,
that's a weird, especially when you
Very
said
weird.
that he's like your brother.
No.
And he's just like,
Yeah.
that's weird. I'm like, that's a weird mentality. Like,
No,
if
it
a friend's
is.
a friend, or if like a brother's brother, it doesn't matter if you're gay, straight, or whatever.
Yeah.
If that's how they see a
There's
person.
a boundary.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's a
there's a
boundary.
Very
boundary.
true. Very true. I don't know if we said this, but Sheldon is actually manning the ship right
Fuck,
now.
you were gonna say Sheldon's actually gay. I was like,
Sheldon's actually a
like,
gay
wait,
guy.
wait.
No. But Sheldon's actually behind the
Andre, I
computer.
didn't tell you, but I told Coop. Sorry.
Yeah.
He's
Andre,
the-
listen.
he's our Patrick today. So yeah, but it was very fun just to be pursued, I think. Jane was visibly frustrated. She asked me for the rest of the trip if I was gay and wouldn't stop bringing it up, and I was smiling, I was laughing. I'm just bring myself my own joy.
This is how Cooper's relationship is going to end. It's the false pretenses that he's
Oh,
gay,
no.
that
This
Jane
has
is
been
gonna
a
leave.
10
At one
year-
point, it's just gonna be like Jane's like, that's it. I'm done.
This has been
I
a
can't.
10-year thing because like the thing is I'll do sus things with my boys, right?
Yeah.
Like I have pictures where me and my best friend look like we're under like a holly and we're about to kiss each other. We're just like going like this towards each other. So it's very like I like teasing her. It's fun.
One
It's
day,
fun
you and your
times.
friends are gonna ask you to kiss, and like you're gonna be like, "Oh, that felt good," and then it's just gonna be like, "Wait
That's
a
what
minute."
Jane says all the time. you know?
Yeah. Wait a minute.
No,
I like
no.
that.
No, it's fun. But yeah, that was fun. How have you guys been? I was away. What did you guys talk about last week?
A lot of things. Anime, games, just basically just shot the stuff. There wasn't a whole lot. I mean, Daima.
Daima
They
ending
gave
was
like
like
the
biggest
final
thing.
thoughts on like where Daima was at
Yeah.
and overall.
And I did watch that. I did enjoy it. I thought it was good as an ending. The post credit was kind of weird, but other than that, the fight was cool. I would overall rate that last episode. I'd give it a 9 out of 10 because I really enjoyed it. Overall, the
7, 7,
series,
7, 9.
I'm giving.
Yeah.
I give it a 78 out of 100. So right around an 8 out of 10 is where I put it.
Would you be up to watch anything else Dragon Ball related?
For sure. Like I've said in the past, I'm really looking forward to starting the Dragon Ball series. It's just right now, there's so many things I'm watching, and I'm coming to the end of rewatching Bleach, so
Also,
I'm looking
I
for
will
another
say
long
when
one.
it comes to Z though, like rewatching it in the original like Japanese music, it doesn't hit as hard from the Bruce Falconer composing music that was done for Dragon Ball Z when it came to North America.
Oh,
Mm.
God.
I will say that's what made the difference. Like Dragon Ball Z is still good,
Yeah,
it's
Yeah,
good,
yeah.
but Bruce Falconer's music made the difference.
When I first
enough.
watched it and the Japanese theme hit, I was like, cool. But then when I heard like the Americanized one, something clicked and I was like, oh, this is hard.
Well, I'm like there definitely, especially when there's like the fight scenes and battle scenes, like from Japanese to the Bruce Falconer edition, it's
Mhm.
like things that are supposed to hit hard didn't with the Japanese version, but then when you watch the Bruce Falconer version and the music, like things were hitting because
Yeah.
of that music.
Yeah,
man.
like it's a
Yeah.
perfect example of when like you find the right music for the right scene and like it all comes together. That's what it did. Like certain people's themes hit when they needed to, and when
Yeah.
they did, it was like
Yeah, once I kind of find myself in a lull, it's the next big one I'm planning on picking up. I mean, I do want to see what everyone's like. It's one of the big three, right? Like I've watched Naruto for the most part. I got past Madara. There was just it's too long. Damn, it's too long, and that's why I didn't get into One Piece.
yeah.
Bleach is like right in that perfect pocket where it's not just ridiculously long.
Yeah.
Although I did want to ask you guys a quick question, because me and my girlfriend are rewatching it, and we just finished the like Hoikomondo arc, the final Getsuga. If you guys had to remake Bleach, if they were gonna make it, how many episodes do you think they could get it done in?
What do you mean?
Because I was
exactly?
thinking about it, and I'm like, okay, every episode in the Hoikomondo arc has a 6-minute chunk, which is intro and full 5 minutes of recap. Every episode has that, plus 2.5 minutes of outro and whatever they wanted to throw at the end, right? So we are only getting about 15 minutes of pure content, and if and that's not including if they have flashbacks in those episodes, if they have all that kind of stuff. Like this could be shortened.
So just to put it into perspective, before the 1,000-Year War arc,
Yes,
there's 366 episodes of.
but only
This
I
is
believe
total with fillers.
yes with filler. Without
So without filler,
yeah.
like they would probably drop it down to about maybe 200. They could.
The thing is,
200
you're actually hold on.
Yeah.
Hear me out. There's no way, because over 40% of Bleach is filler, which means 180 of roughly about 160 of those episodes, bringing it down to a 200, right around 200 episodes of pure canon material.
That's what I said. Like
Yeah.
200.
But
I said 200 episodes.
the thing is, each episode has 5 minutes of recap. Each episode.
Okay, so if they didn't do recap,
If they didn't
If
do
they did- if they
recap
didn't
and
do
they didn't
recap-
do all of the flashback and they didn't
and
do
they just went
because
straight into
it's
it,
extension.
So I
You
would
know that Bleach
say-
is extended, right?
I'd say
it's way
180.
no, there's no way. I think it would be somewhere in the ballpark of 100 to 120. 100 if they're really lean, 120 if they want to keep some of the because search how many like canon episodes there are. I believe it's somewhere in the ballpark of like 190 something. Because there is so much filler. For example, how long do you think the first Primarone Espada fight was? Do you even remember? You remember the Primarone Espada, right?
Trying to jog my memory.
It's the ones that have gotten kicked out. There were 3 of them. One.
Oh yeah, where Ikaku does his Bankai for the first
okay.
time.
Good
So
job.
I just plugged it into AI real quick.
Yes.
Okay. Canon
Sheldon's
episodes.
best friend.
At this point, yeah, I used to hate it, but
I use it
love
all the time too now.
So 366 episodes, filler episodes 163, canon episodes 203 episodes.
Okay. I was right in the ballpark.
Well, I mean, I was there too. Dude.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, what? He thinks he's the only one. I said 200. Like right
No,
off.
I
rip.
know. I'm just saying. I was right about the filler to.
So recap episodes. They're counting the recap episodes, not the recap minutes.
Yeah.
The recap episodes were 10 to 15 episodes.
Yeah, those are all the yeah.
Yeah, so they're speculating 200, 210. It's saying 200, 210.
That's right in that 200
Yeah.
ballpark.
So,
And that's why I'm saying they could cut about so pre-Verona Spada fights, right?
Mhm.
You don't even remember them. They're very useless fights. It doesn't really get any.
Well, I mean,
except for that one.
Ikaku and his
Or wait,
Bankai.
did he? No, Ikaku wasn't there
where?
in the pre-Verona Spada fights. Ikaku wasn't there. That was it was Uryu. It was
Ikaku
Chad.
was in with the Karakura town, like the fake Karakura town.
Yes, fake Karakura town, but I'm not talking about them. I'm talking when they originally get to Hoikomondo. There's 3
Yeah, he's not
Espada
there.
that they go up against.
Oh,
The Ichigo's
Ichigo's OG team.
yes, it's Ichigo's
oh,
OG
okay,
team.
yeah.
Each of those fights is 3 episodes. They are useless episodes. They could be one episode
Could be.
all in, and that's
Yeah.
9 episodes you'd take out of the full show. Sizalarpo, do you know how long his fight is? Do you remember Sizalarpo? He's number
Are-
8. He's the scientist.
Starting with Ishida, you mean?
He starts with Uryu Ishida.
So
He then
that was that. I think that was like 5 or 8 episodes.
it's about 8 to 10.
Okay.
It's so long. It doesn't need to be this long. And what I'm saying is, I think you could cut this show down if they did it in the new style, in Thousand Year Blood War, because you know how much content they fill into one episode.
I
right?
still stand by like 180.
180. So you
Yeah.
think only 20 minutes or 20 episodes, sorry, could be cut. If you I want you to rewatch the entire series, just canon, not filler. Tell me that there's not at
He
least
can't. He needs to watch Fire Force
60.
season 2 before season 3 comes out.
True.
Sure, I do.
Yeah,
I do.
he's
Yeah.
not, because when did you watch Bleach?
Like the first time it kind of like aired.
He doesn't remember 90% of it, I guarantee you, because even I didn't. And I just watched it 3 years ago. There was so many episodes that I'm
I don't
like,
know why I'm being attacked.
this could be dumbed down.
Because I'm not there to buffer.
True. I would be attacking him. No, I'm just fine. But yeah, I genuinely think if they did it, it'd be a 100 to 120. But I wanted to get your guys' opinions because you guys are obviously have.
If
have
not
both
180,
watched it.
like 150.
I'm talking them down. But I feel like if because when I think about Thousand Year Blood War, we think about how much has happened in just 48 episodes. We've gotten just a mass amount of content. This is a very, very dense, very, very dense seasons with so much information. So that's why I'm thinking if they were to dumb it down and cut out all that fat, it would just be such a lean show.
Yeah, but I'd say all that
Go watch
fat,
for the pre-Verona Spada fights. You won't get through them. Dude.
all that fat and filler we just had to watch.
Exactly. Which
And
is
I-
why. Which
And
is,
I appreciate it.
no, you don't, because you would have rewatched it, you motherfucker.
Well, the first time I did.
I would assume that they would give it the One Piece treatment that they're doing
Yes.
with
yes.
Studio,
Bet,
where
yeah.
yeah.
they're cutting out like a significant amount of
Uh-huh.
episodes.
Yep. No,
'Cause-
100%.
Do the Wit Studio thing with the animation from Thousand Year, and you have
This is what I'm saying.
some of the best things.
Please make this because I want to fund it. I'll give money to it. If you are
I'll
going
give you
to
$5.
I'd give more. I'd give like a $50 donation if you just put up like we're gonna remake it in the current style.
Yeah, a
Oh,
Kickstarter.
man,
I'd
I'm paying for it. It's so good. It's so good. And with what I know of like the full show and what there is to that story, it's such a good story. I do love it. I want to see it reanimated.
Yeah, the people that say that Bleach is mid compared to like One Piece and Naruto and like all the new like they have not watched Bleach.
Bro, yeah.
They have not watched Bleach
I
at
read
all.
I was reading through a comment on like a solo leveling thing, and people were talking about how it's overhyped. And yeah, whatever you want to think about solo leveling being overhyped, you go ahead and think that. Somebody's comment almost enraged me. And I realized it had to be rage bait because they said, no, this is just another overhyped shonen like Bleach. I've never been so mad, bro. Bleach is so much more than a shonen. It is a shonen to its core, but I just love the story and the characters that they bring to life in this.
I think
And
all
it's
the
just
Bleach
so
slander
good.
I've just gotten so used to because I'm like, if you nowadays, especially if you're gonna slander Bleach for what it's done and how far it's come, then I just don't think your opinion even can just.
Did you see Final Getsuga?
You need to watch
Did you
it.
feel
That's the problem.
Did
is
you
they don't
feel
watch it. They
Final
just watch
Getsuga?
clips here and there.
I
Right?
just rewatched Final Getsuga, and it was hairs. Seeing Aizen,
Imagine,
go crazy.
imagine how we felt.
Bro, I know. I couldn't have even. I just got to experience it the first time. When I did, it was such an emotional time because just so much happens in that. It's so good. But we need to stop glazing Bleach over here. Should we jump into some of the newer animes?
I mean, I wouldn't say like glazing, but like,
oh, I'm full glazer. I'm a glazer. I'm a Bleach glazer.
Well, no, I think-
religiously.
I think in the sense of like the big three, I don't know like why Bleach is always getting the slander stick, and I'm like
I'll
what's
tell you why. Because they canceled it. That's why.
fair, completely fair.
It's because the anime got canceled, and in the Hoikamundo arc, there's a lot of like reused environments
Bang.
and not new stuff. Like because if you go back and watch Bleach, everything was like fresh. Tight Kubo did everything fresh, new environments, things were changing consistently. But it was because of his burnout. He got lazy near the end of it.
Yeah.
And he was, well, not lazy. He was tired. He was exhausted because he also did all the filler episodes. And
he was like a one-man show.
Pretty much. And they just, because Bleach was so popular, they just kept pushing him for more.
Yeah.
Right? So you see it in the Hoikamondo arc.
You do.
Once you get to the Fullbring arc, it changes a little bit.
It changes. No. The Fullbring. No, that's. I would say it changes huge. When you're looking at the animation for the Fullbring arc, because I just started.
Oh, it's nuts.
It's gorgeous.
It's some of my favorites.
Dude, it's better than some of the stuff airing today. I'm watching it and I'm like, this is the shadowing, the coloration, the outfits, the drip. Please, Bleach is the drippiest show of all time. You can't even, it's not even, how many outfits has Ichigo had?
Ichigo's Bankai outfit in Fullbring arc is one of my favorites.
Bro, everything.
And like, especially that scene.
I'm surprised like the Fullbring wasn't even utilized and they got rid of it so
I'm
fast.
so mad.
And like to this day, I'm still like, y'all had so much, like that fight with oh my god, I don't want to pronounce his name wrong, and I know I can see it, and it starts with a G.
Jugo?
Thank you. For some reason,
I'm watching it fresh, so I kind of have the names in my head right now.
For some reason, I want to say like Gojo or something, but I knew it wasn't that. But
Jugo,
Jugo. That fight where you find out that Jugo was basically Ichigo, but just like with no friends and just like became an a-hole and then him fighting Ichigo. That twist was insane,
dude. It's insane.
Then when Ichigo, like all his friends are gone and like he has like no power, and then like he gets stabbed in the back and like by Rukia, and you're like, that's it. Show's fucking done, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, no, I'm here to save you. And then, like, it's all the captains, and they give him the power, and he fucking poof, and he comes back. And then he has a Bankai, and then, like, his aura parts the clouds. I was like, this is nuts.
I want to say I did want that arc to see. This is where I run into an issue. I wanted that arc longer. Because that's such a short arc to get his powers back. Like, with Final Getsuga, with the weight of what it did, it should.
Ginjo, by the way, not Jugo.
Is it Gujo? Oh, my bad.
It's Ginjo.
Oh, Ginjo. Wait, who's Jugo then? I don't know. I thought it was Jugo. Ginjo. Maybe I'm.
Yeah, I knew it was Gin something. But yeah, but like the weight of him.
Should have went with your gut.
Huh?
Should have went with your gut.
The fallout of him being like, if I do this move, I'm done.
Wait, no, I'm thinking Kujo. There's another character in the show, Kujo.
Yes. Oh yeah. But yeah, the weight of him being like, if I do this move, I'm done. Like I have no more powers. And then he does it, and then like his badge and everything, like he loses it. You're like, what do I do now? Like you were the guy.
The thing is, when he's just like reminiscing and looking at the combat pass, you're like, you're reminiscing as well, and you're like, man.
And then we get someone that's like, hey, I'll get you the powers back. And you're like, what the how?
I know,
right? And then throw us in there. And then like the arc is like this long and it's done. And I'm like, y'all just
they could have padded it a little bit. See, this is where I don't want, if they do a remake of Bleach, I would like it to have a little bit of fat on there, because it sometimes we are getting into this this era where like, we're getting too much lean meat. It's like eating chicken breast all day.
Yeah.
No, we need some chicken fat. We need some fat on there.
And
we need something to keep it good, like keep it coming, right?
Mm-hmm.
We don't want it to be just pure meat.
Yeah.
Give us that padding.
Yeah. And then the Getsuga Tensho he does against Ginjo, where he like cuts the house, parts the clouds. I was like, fuck, it was so good.
It's so hype.
The Fullbring arc was honestly animation, plot twist, story was so good.
So good.
And the fact that it was like hop, skipping, and jumping done, I was like, man.
Well, let's get into an anime that we actually really, really love, Sakamoto. Oh man, this show just, it continues to be whatever. I don't care. But I've started to look at it through a different lens of, just these last few episodes that I've been watching have been like, right? Like they're not horrible. I'm not
Mhm.
gonna go like the hard boiled egg. I would delete from my mind.
This
but
show is the Interstellar moment where I'm watching myself start it, and I'm like, no,
yeah,
no,
yeah, no.
no, stop, no.
Tell
Murph,
him.
I like
stop.
that you referenced that.
I got
It's
you,
good.
Murph. Please, no.
Makes a whole lot of sense.
yeah, literally.
But yeah, it's definitely not the best show, but this episode wasn't horrible. I'll say it was decent to hold me over until 9:30,
Which is
when
crazy,
so
'cause, like,
hobbling ahead.
Pat keeps talking about how the manga is doing really well right now. People absolutely love the manga.
That's
it's
what I
just-
keep hearing.
It's not, for some reason it's just not translating or hitting in the anime.
Translation is lost in sender.
Something happened.
Yeah,
Like something got lost. I don't know if it is because of the animation,
yeah.
but we've seen animes with probably similar styles that have been okay.
Like, no, I was kidding.
This show has a 7.5 out of 10.
Like, think about Baki. First season, animation was kind of bad. It was very like stiff, but
Yeah,
it was
it was.
still good.
Still
Because people
pretty-
beat the shit out of each other.
Still pretty cool.
Literally.
I thought
And
it
then
was
they
just
got-
random as hell. It's just so weird.
It was random. It was super, but it got better because people were like, okay, they're just beating the shit out of each other. We like this. So they put more money into it and it got better.
Yeah,
But this one, the story's just like so far boring.
So this last episode we just watched was actually rated 8.1 out of 10. Just
well, I mean,
going
it
into
was
this.
better than the previous
It
episodes.
was better than the
in
previous
terms
episodes.
of because of combat and
But I
because we
feel
got
like-
backstory to Shin.
Yeah, but I feel like the people who are watching this that are maybe rating this so high are maybe
Shinigami.
just looking through the lens of I love the manga so much. Because-
Rose-colored.
Yeah,
Glasses?
with those rose tinted glasses. Because what's that good? Like, what if it's an 8 out of 10? What is your scoring system, right?
Mhm.
Like I'm pretty consistent when it comes to what I rate animes. Like where I have my stuff falling is usually pretty because I have a full list of animes that I rate that I want to know what I thought about those animes and where I should slot them. And when I think about this, there's no way I'm giving any of these episodes an 8 out of 10. None of them. Not even one. The first episode I did give an 8 out of 10, mind you. But it was only because I was looking at it through rose-tinted glasses. I was like, you guys are telling me it's going to be good. This has to be some lead up. You know what? I'm going to give it some time, right? But it's not gotten better. It stayed at a flat, even 6 for me.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
just the hard-boiled egg being the worst, being like 4 out of 10. Actually 0 out of 10. That was such
A
a bad
hard-boiled egg?
dude.
The egg guy.
The
Oh, the
guy
one
who
with the
kept
weird
saying
Oh,
hard-boiled.
hard-boiled. Oh yeah, that I see. I put that out of my mind because it was like,
Dude, I'm
bad.
sorry. I'm sorry I
egg
had to
cracked.
make you relive that right now because it was atrocious. I wanted to beat whoever wrote him in. I wanted to beat them senseless.
I wanted to beat that egg.
Yeah, I wanted to beat them hard boiled.
Yeah.
Was that funny? Was that funny?
Why are you yelling?
Because I'm mad. That episode infuriates me.
Whoever decided on the catchphrase "hard boiled" needs to get hit.
Dude, yeah. No, they need
Buying
to,
hard boiled.
like they really need therapy, maybe. I don't know. But this episode kicks off and we're in the museum again. Where we're back in that museum where Sakamoto beat the T-Rex. If
it's a
it was
laboratory.
Huh? Or was the laboratory. Well, it wasn't.
Oh.
It was the museum on top, wasn't it? And
It's all the lab.
Or yeah, I guess they're
Yeah.
in the lab now.
No, doesn't the episode start with Shin?
No, it does start with Shin. Wait,
Never.
we started with Shin. But this is
No,
why I
so
want to
the
bring up the
so
synopsis.
the opening scene starts with Sakamoto versus Kashima, the guy who did like
Yeah, with the
extensive
blade arms.
body modifications.
Oh, that's right. He sticks
Who-
the pen is. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and he's serving under this mysterious figure called
Slur. Yeah, Slur, which we find out a little bit more in this episode.
and they
but-
just engage in like crazy combat.
yeah, they
Yeah.
start fighting each other. It's decent animation. Sheldon said something that was interesting. It was the best animation in the show. I would agree. It was the best animation in the show. That's not saying much. That's like putting a cherry on dog shit. It's still not good, but hey, it was okay. After the fight ends, during the fight we start to get glimpses of the new character, the overarching enemy in the show, Slur.
Mm-hmm.
How are you guys feeling about him?
We haven't really seen him.
Well, we saw a little bit of him throughout this. We had those glimpses with his the guy with the blade arms hand, Baraka's hands. I don't remember his name, but his backstory, basically him coming up and wanting killing people who were hurting a cat, and then Slur's like, "Oh, you're a good guy for killing the people for hurting a cat." And then he kills everyone, and then we kind of get that look at him. He's got this white hair, that kind of thing. This is the character that everyone's been like hyping. Like, this is gonna make it.
Typical bowl cut white hair anime dude with blue eyes.
I'm so disinterested. I don't care. Like,
that's why when you asked me what I thought about him, I'm like, I haven't seen the dude. I've only seen like a couple.
No,
scenes
I know, but remember that this is supposed to be a lead up, right? This is supposed to be the big character we're looking forward to at the end of the season. That's why I'm asking you guys. I don't even know if it's coming this season.
Well, let's go back. What did you guys think about the fight between Sakamoto and Kashima?
Couple cool scenes. Him, Sakamoto running through throwing the sticker at his face was funny.
Yeah, I like when he flicked the lead. His line is like, haha, I can still see that, and then gets a sticker, and then Sakamoto like roundhouses him.
He just roundhouses him.
Kashima noticed that like Sakamoto is actually a very genius fighter because he uses everything around him.
Yeah.
Throughout the episode, he was kind of like, oh, he's him.
Yeah,
he's him.
There was a lot of funny like the moments that I thought caught me the most was when he thought he beat him like 4 or 5 times, but Sakamoto always just came back, and his entrance every time he sees him, like he's
very
stricken
subtle.
with fear, right?
Yeah,
and it's funny because he just keeps beating the shit out of him. And one cool scene during that fight, when Sakamoto gets kicked out and he runs through the train. He runs through the opposing train.
Yep.
And he comes through the gate, and he looks at him.
And he doesn't
even
remember it because he didn't watch it.
He did.
No,
I
was saying
he was like,
one of my favorites.
Who?
Was when they're both on the tracks and then they jump, and then homeboy wraps up Sakamoto and like is dragging him along,
and
then they show Sakamoto, and
that's not what happened.
Yeah, yes, don't gaslight me.
Yeah, don't gaslight him right now.
I was like, wait a minute, was it? And then Sakamoto is just like subway surfing, and he's like, how is this dude still alive?
Yeah, is this dude still alive? And
then he uses like the paper pamphlet, cuts the cords, and then he's like holding it, and he's like, my turn.
Yeah. So that kind of ends, and then we do have the fight
and we get with Shin Hisuke versus Siba.
Yes, we get that fight. Invisible Man.
Pat pointed out that they kind of screwed up with Siba because the invisibility was only supposed to work from his nose down.
Yeah.
Well, didn't someone point that out last week? I think it was either you or Neil, and they're like,
it was Pat.
Oh yeah, pardon me. Yeah. Because his coat comes up to like here.
It comes up around his half face.
But then his entire body
It's
goes.
Inumaki from JJK.
Yeah.
Right?
And then Pat's like, that's wrong.
Yeah, because his suit is supposed to go invisible, but the top half of his head isn't supposed to go invisible because his suit isn't over the top half of his head.
Yeah, but he entirely goes.
Yeah. So that was stupid. Obviously, we saw the sniper who is just gone.
Who's his name? The invisible guy.
Siba.
He made a point that I think kind of retcon that is where what happens.
He throws the metal bar.
Yeah, he throws the bar at Hisuke because he's the sniper, and then he says that whatever my jacket is around goes invisible. So technically, if you wear it, wouldn't you go invisible as well?
Maybe, I guess. Yeah, with that logic. I mean, with the logic of
I was like, oh, that
show.
makes sense then. Because if you're wearing the jacket, technically, like, wouldn't you go invisible?
Yeah, I guess you would. It just doesn't make. I guess the technology's. I guess it's just bare bones, right? Like they didn't really go into it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess he can go invis with the suit. Maybe you got it.
Yeah, I mean, I just picked it up and I was like, oh. That makes sense.
Yeah, the fight might have gone differently in the manga. We don't know because Pat's not here because he decided to that working was more important
than not working.
Coming here and shooting the shit.
What a loser.
No, we're just busting your ass, Pat. We love you. We want you back. But yeah, we get the climactic end to that fight where Hisuke shoots his ricochet rounds into the sprinkler system. And then Shin can see him, so then he just roundhouse kicks his head, and that's it.
Yeah, pretty weak, like I thought they were gonna have like a full blown like fist fight.
Well, they did
Yeah.
introduce Slur.
They-
Finally,
yeah.
they did introduce Slur.
What a weird name.
It was after
I know.
Shin's battle,
Yeah.
right? And Shin runs into him, and he gets that mind reading thing.
That
where
mind
that
threat.
Slur just like
Ripped off his arm, killed
obliterated him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
right, and he walks past him, is like, okay, I'm pretty interested in Sakamoto and you guys.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then
he
just
said. I
walks
think
off.
he told Sin, he's like, give Sakamoto my
My regards.
my
or something.
regards. Yeah. And so
And Shin's just like,
yeah. Oh, he does the typical anime thing. Oh,
yeah.
I can't move. His
Yeah.
spiritual pressure is too high.
Yeah, the trope of being stun locked.
Yeah. So he
And-
does that.
Yeah, and
I
then by
don't.
the end of this, like Shin and Lu reconcile because they in the beginning of this little mini arc, they kind of got into a fight and strained the relationship, but they reconciled. And
I hate Lou. I hate her. I think she should die. She is the worst character. She ruins every single scene in the show.
she's a Sakura.
Every time. Yeah, she really is.
Oh god.
She really is Sakura. She's worse than
Although,
Sakura, though.
I feel like no,
Because
no,
she-
I don't think so. Because if you're talking about Shippuden, no, even then, like Sakura sucked for a
Hey,
lot of it.
no, Sakura didn't
yeah.
do anything, but at least she didn't
At
get
the
in
end,
the way.
near the end, she kind of like
Kind of, yeah,
she
but
had moments.
but at least she didn't get. She wasn't.
I mean, she took out
Lou.
Hisori,
Sasori
Sasori. That's
Yeah.
what it was.
Yes, but
With help.
with help.
from
But the thing is,
After
Lou,
that, nothing else.
Lou has not contributed anything.
Naruto.
What has Lou done? Tell me. What has she done?
She fought that assassin chick.
And she lost.
I don't know what Liu has done, but Liu Kang has done a lot.
No, I don't care about Liu Kang. Lou from this show, I can't
Her
remember
name
her
is
first
Lu
name.
Xiaotang.
Lu Xiaoten, yeah.
Liu Shout.
She's horrible. She's the worst. She's the crux of the show. What she does for the show is literally nothing. She gives away everything. Whatever they're trying to hide, she's like, Sakamoto's right here. I know your assassin's trying to kill him. He's right here. That's what she does every single time.
It's true. She does do that.
And
yeah.
I want her to die. Just take her out of the show, please. Her English VA is annoying. Her Japanese VA is annoying.
Her character's annoying.
Her character's annoying. And
The existence of her is annoying.
if she was removed from the show, I would enjoy it more.
That's crazy.
I don't think it's crazy. I think it's completely justified.
That's crazy.
I think I'm justified in that because it's so bad. I just want her to leave. But yeah, what would you rate this episode?
Give it like a 6.
I'm feeling hard 6 on this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just because of the fighting scenes were a little bit better
Yeah,
this time around.
the train scenes, they were cool. I did get a laugh
the kick
when
he did at the end in that train scene when he kicked him like in the face.
Yeah.
In skinny mode. That was pretty dope.
I did get a laugh when like he kicks him out in the opposing train and then he sprints back, comes back, and he's sitting in the chair beside the old lady, and he's like, man, that guy was annoying. And then Sakamoto's just like, and you open the door and it's just his glasses, and he's like,
Yeah.
he's like, why are you still back here?
It's pretty. It has a few moments where you're like, okay,
It has a few like ha-has.
but at the same time, it's so bad. Otherwise, like the rest of it's so shit that it's like
Yeah,
the show is.
it has a few ha-has and that's it.
Yeah, it's really not worth it. But I mean, hey, we're here to finish the season, right, boys?
Interstellar all
We're
over again.
here we're here
No,
to start
no,
finish the season.
please.
Oh, it is a marathon. This one is a marathon. It
That
is
moment
not a
in
sprint.
Interstellar is me watching as him crying, watching his kid. That's literally.
Well, hey, we got a few weeks left before the new season starts, and we're getting some fun stuff. But
You know what
did
is fun
You
stuff?
want to know what show is a sprint? What is topping the charts right now?
Apparently, this episode was not that well received. Actually, I heard this.
The thing is, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like so many people are. If you look at the last episode,
solo leveling is what
solo leveling.
context. Solo
Exactly.
leveling.
Context. Solo leveling episode. What are we on? Like 10, something like that. The Jeju Island.
25.
25. No, yeah, but
I have no idea. I'm just shooting off.
we're right in that ballpark. The Jeju Island episode we just started, and man, to kick it off, this was just
Before we
so
do,
much.
Yeah, apparently this episode is not well received.
Oh, right. Sorry. This episode's not been well received, but the last episode as well. What was review bombed? There's a lot of just 1-star ratings.
Which is crazy.
It's got a very high percentage of 1 and 5-star ratings on IMDb, and it's like obvious.
Like as much as we're
bombed.
anime fans, I personally am like just sick of the entitlement that anime fans have, and just like the annoyance of just like the whiny bitchy
They
say
anime
why?
fans.
No, like a lot of people, it's just 1-star ratings, just no comments, just 1-star rating.
No reason as to
No
why.
reason. The thing, well, I mean, you can obviously tell it's going to be like who are the top fans, right? You got FM fans, Full Metal fans, always. You got AOT fans, always. And a lot of people just
basically a lot of people said it sucked. Why? Because it did. It's like, okay, well that's stupid. But.
And you want to know what? I've met some
Sheldon
of these
grabbed
guys.
the mic. Hang on,
These
wait.
whole rating things, when people don't have a reason for not liking something just because I don't like it,
Yeah.
is not a good reason.
No.
Give a reason, otherwise your
children.
argument at that point is invalid.
No, they're
Anything you
they're
say
children.
about it is invalid.
Yeah.
Your opinion does not matter because
From-
you
Hold
can't
on.
even give a reason.
From the
I've met
moment-
some of these neckbeards, right?
From
you
the
were
moment-
one of those neckbeards.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Why?
What was that show that he was like, oh, I just don't like it?
Which one?
I know. Yes, they're yes. I know.
You mean the movie?
Oh,
No.
it was Full Metal.
Yeah.
It
yeah.
was Full Metal.
Yeah.
No, I just did. Yeah, I did. I don't think Full Metal is like the greatest thing of all time. I never said it's
And
shit.
No, but when we asked you, you're like, I just didn't like it.
No, I don't like how the story's paced.
Now he's saying this.
Was that
No,
something?
I don't like how the story's
Was
paced.
that
No, but
something
when-
to do with the characters?
No,
it's the character. I don't care for the characters. I don't have any relation
Yeah,
with these
but no, but
characters.
when we
and they
asked
didn't
you,
build up
when
for
we
me.
asked you the first time, you're like, I just didn't like it.
Sure. I would just say I didn't want to go into it because I knew you guys were going to be like, "Oh, Full Metal is the greatest thing of all time." And
The
I'm
one
like,
that hurts me the
really
most
is-
is Suzume.
dude, I don't think Suzume is that good. I just think it's. I think the
Why?
story's stupid.
Because it's not.
No, I think the story's stupid. I think how it's written is stupid.
No, it's the fact that you
It's
were.
a love story, man.
It's the fact.
I think my personal opinion, I don't care what you think, okay? My personal opinion is the story is written stupid.
My personal opinion is the
Doesn't-
fact that
there's
you
so
got
many things I
bent
don't
out of
need.
shape over the chair guy drives me insane.
Ridiculous. Stupidest
Drives-
thing in the entire world.
Drives me
Guy
insane.
turns into chair. Oh, it's the greatest love story of all time. Sit on the chair.
Oh, no one said it was the greatest love story of all time.
No one did. I know. I'm just
But yeah,
busting your ass. But I don't like that show. That's another show, movie or anime that I personally didn't enjoy because I thought the story was poorly written.
But see, at least you can say because I didn't like the story. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I
But
don't think. I don't think it's 1 out of 10.
fair. But the minute someone's like, "This sucks," why? Because I just think it sucks. You can go sit in the corner.
No, the thing is, it's like, okay, I understand this is not the greatest show of all time. Let's be realistic, right?
What?
This Solo.
Yes,
Like,
it is.
It's not the greatest
Yes,
show of
it
all
is.
time.
I'm just kidding.
It may be one of the best action animes. You can argue that because the action in this has been stellar and there's really no faults in terms of choreography, animation, all that, right?
Yeah.
But that's a very specific category. When we're talking overall, I can see, yeah, it's not
The last two
greatest,
episodes,
but
though, like I didn't
they're
hate
not horrible.
No. I like keep in mind, like we're all pretty casual anime fans. Like
Yeah.
we don't really have any hate or negative things to say. At least I don't about the last two episodes.
They're good episodes.
I think they were both
Are
like
you watching Sakamoto Days? Go watch Sakamoto Days and then watch Solo and tell me which episode's better. Like that's just that's a fact, right? Like
Yeah.
that's not even and people are still rating Sakamoto Days 8 out of 10. And I guarantee you somebody out there's gonna be like,
I
oh,
think-
Sakamoto's way better. But
I
it's like,
think
no.
the gift and curse that Solo has is that it's very action. Like when it's action heavy, it's nonstop nut.
Yeah.
It's nonstop nutting.
It's just what you
But then
want.
when it slows down to like world build and hype, everyone's like skip, I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. And it's like, no, you just can't you can't hit the gas forever.
there's a story. There's still a story.
You
in
have
the
to
show.
stop at the freaking gas station, restock, and then go again.
Exactly. You need these build up episodes.
Yeah.
Like we said, we need a little bit of fat. You can't just have pure action chaos all the time. You can't just be going super lean with these shows.
No.
We need that padding in
Because that's how a
between
show
to get
just
us
burns
ready.
out.
Bang. That's how a show burns out. That's how you get a Ninja Kamui.
I was literally about to say like Ninja Kamui.
Exactly. 5, maybe 6 episodes of greatness. The rest, dog, because they burnt out.
Yeah.
How are you going to keep topping yourself, right?
Yeah. Do you
So
have anything that you want to say? That fucking hurt.
before we get into this episode, all right, let's get into this episode. We start off right where the last one ends. The fight. The S
Big
rank,
free for all.
big free for all. Everyone's
Well,
fighting.
it's like 4 or 5 like 1v1s.
I think 4 or 5. I think it's 4v4 is what they decided on, and it was
Oh
the
yeah, it's 4v4,
Korea,
but then everyone
Japan.
takes.
Yeah, everyone
someone.
takes like someone.
Yeah.
So they're fighting, and we get to see all of the S ranks fight. Obviously, They're
Yeah.
doing.
We have
some
some
stuff.
guy who grows super tall versus like someone
he's
strong.
He's an A rank.
No, he's an S rank.
Is
No.
he? No, he's an A rank because he was fighting Hunter Byuk, and they said he's an A rank.
No, he's an S rank.
He's an S rank.
Really?
Yeah.
Everybody there is an S rank.
But I thought he was fighting with him before in the last because
He was fighting one of the leaders who is in high A rank.
that's what
Little below S.
yeah, and
But
that
that guy
the dude?
wasn't fighting.
Oh, I thought that was the same dude. My bad.
No, yeah.
I got that confused. I
Yeah.
thought he was an A rank. I was very
yeah,
confused.
so homie
Okay.
who grew
Yeah.
versus the Japan guy, and they're just going fists.
Yep.
And then we have
They just do the Dragon Ball thing.
yeah.
They do ara 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 and
And then we have the Korean range guy versus the Japanese speedster.
and that's another weird one where I was like, at the beginning there was one they set some rules and they said let's not do the magic types.
I saw they said that.
They
But
definitely did.
I think in that guy's defense, that's his thing.
I get that, but they said they specifically omitted the other people
Yeah.
because of that, right?
Yeah.
And then that's why I was just like,
and then
weird,
on
but
the other
whatever.
page we have White Tiger dude versus someone who looks like they shouldn't even be there, who's like freaking out.
Yeah.
And then we learn his thing, but I'll get to that. And then on the other hand, we have Hunter Che versus Japanese Walmart Hunter Che. Essentially.
You hit the nail on the
Yeah,
head.
like-
I was gonna explain it the same way.
Literally. So that's pretty much like all the fights. So
Yeah.
yeah. So long story short, we don't really get to see a whole lot, but big guy gets owned by Japanese small guy. Essentially all the Korean side like
They're
loses.
Yeah, no, wait, they're winning.
No, they all lose.
They lose.
Well,
in
not
the-
lose, but
Che
like
was the only one that beat her opponent.
Yeah.
yeah, she
Before
tagged her and then
Jinwoo
got
had
Because
to
help.
step in
Byuk
against
said they said Bayek I can never White Tiger dude.
Yeah.
He tapped out against the other dude.
No, his guy ran away. If I'm not
Yeah, and then they were
he goes to help someone.
bang.
But he's getting tag team. So then Hunter Che goes, tag, I got you. And then goes to help that guy. And then we learn that the guy that is scared to be there, once he snaps, he like
He goes rage mode.
he goes like all crazy.
And then he's about to
he charges Hunter Che, and then Jin Woo's like, don't touch my girl, dog.
legit
Yeah.
comes in and says, "That's mine.
Yeah.
You step back now."
Yeah.
And
And
everyone's
then
what?
proceeds to just like shoulder throw this guy, and all the Japanese guys are like, that's crazy.
Yeah, they're like, "Wait, huh? Where?
Yeah.
He's a mage?
Yeah.
Huh?
His speed, wait a minute, pause, hold on. So then if I'm not mistaken, the
The leader.
yeah, everyone kind of like says like, well, okay, wait. And then basically the leader guy goes, I want you.
I want to the leader of the Japanese
Goto?
I believe. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Is it
it's-
Goto? I swear to God,
I think
Goto.
you're right. It's
swear
somewhere
to
in
God.
that. It's something along the lines of that. But yes,
Yeah.
the leader from Japan. He comes in and they actually fight with Jinwoo. And
Jinwoo says, I'll fight you, but don't hold nothing back.
exactly. He says, "Don't hold anything back." And he says, "All right, let's see." And then
Yeah.
we get one of the most disrespectful
So
things. he
Jinwoo
could have
is like
done.
talking to like someone,
and he's stretching.
and then he's like, hey, by the way, blah, 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 and then just like mid sentence just gets rocked.
Boom, just
Yeah.
like that,
Whoop.
like huge blast of energy.
Which we think he gets rocked, but like I guess last second he like
dodged
dodges,
it.
right, and then it only
And then he's like,
infuriates.
"Well, what
Goto,
happens is he's like, there's no way you are
a mage.
a mage. Okay?
Yeah.
That's stop. You're lying." And so he's
Stop
like,
the cap.
"Stop the cap!" And he
Yeah.
starts going at him. And he starts to get infuriated throughout the fight. Great fight.
Yeah,
right?
and you can see that Jinwoo is like smiling, and Jinwoo is basically just like
he's dodging. He's Matrix. He's
he's
legitimately
feeling
just,
out
like,
the kind of like what's this guy gonna
dodging
do,
all of his
and
moves, yeah.
it's funny too because like the entire time like Goto's just getting more and more mad.
Yeah.
So he's like, fuck it, I can't like and then
He's
and
like,
then,
I'm a really
yeah,
go
and then they
hard.
part.
It is Goto. You guys are right.
It's Goto, right? Cool.
And then Goto puts everything into this one
good memory,
punch.
dude.
Go
That
me.
was
Go
good.
me. Yeah, he puts everything, I guess, into like one punch and then like nukes Jinwoo.
Well, he goes to Jinwoo and actually cuts his cheek.
Yeah.
And then
They separate and then the
it-
big punch.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
he goes with the big punch and he's about to go hard at him and Jinwoo just goes,
Catches his hand
Hey.
like this.
"Don't do that."
Bayek's the only one that has an idea as to what's going on.
yeah.
Because
But he
was
hasn't
like-
told
'Cause-
anyone.
Well,
No.
no, because he does say something to Chai Hin before this fight actually kicks off. He goes and he's talking to Chai Hin. He's like,
He does.
yeah, he says, you're sensing the same thing I'm sensing. I think he's able to keep getting stronger, right? He's
Yeah.
starting to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
And but yeah, to get back to the fight, he just catches his hand and then he's like, he didn't catch my wrist.
Yeah.
He
And
actually
Jinwoo
caught my
even
hand.
says, he's like, if I caught your wrist, it'd be over.
Yeah, it'd be
And
over.
like, but like, I think internally he goes, and both of us don't want it to go down that easily.
and then they
and then they aura farm
they aura farm for like 2 seconds, right?
because it's
Just-
lit.
to just basically go Super Saiyan, and they're about to go, so they go at each other,
Yeah.
like full strength, and then everyone
Yeah.
comes in. They're like, hey,
Basically, it's the equivalent.
Bayek and Shea end up stopping Jinwoo.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then like the
Two of the
Japanese
other
hunters-
Japanese hunters stop Goto,
Yeah.
and they set up like an ice wall in the
Yeah,
middle.
it's basically the equivalent of when Shoto and Deku were gonna like just like one for all punch it out, and then like everyone's like, "Whoa,
yeah.
whoa!"
They
So-
probably would have. I feel like they would have destroyed that
Didn't
place.
Shoto and Deku did punch it out.
no, but didn't they like
No,
bring
they
up?
didn't stop. No, Shoto and Deku destroyed that or
I
like
don't
the arena
remember.
for the tournament.
Honestly,
Oh,
not even
didn't
gonna
the-
say
Oh,
that. I'm
like
not,
they
I'm
put up they
remembering.
like the brick
It's
guy
been so long.
Yeah.
did put up the walls, but
Yeah.
it didn't matter.
No, yeah. So you're correct, but
Yeah.
this time it got stopped. But didn't I can't remember the fire dude's name. I think it's like Choi Gi or something.
No, I know who you're talking
yeah,
about.
didn't-
Fire Guild,
Didn't he
ultimate
even,
weapon.
literally? Didn't he even say like, "Hey, this place is reinforced, right?"
Yeah. And but the S ranks were like actually like destroying parts of the floor and
Yeah,
everything.
but I
Troy
think-
was right.
Huh?
Troy was right.
Choi Hei, right?
Choi Jong Ying.
Choi Jong-in.
Yeah. Didn't he specifically say like before Jinwoo and Goto were about to fight? Like, didn't he say like this place is reinforced? Right? 'Cause,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
even he was kind of scared.
Yeah.
Which
And
is a
so-
testament to both of their powers.
Exactly. So
But yeah,
we
they get
now
stopped.
know. We now know that he is on the upper echelon of S ranks.
Who?
Jinwoo.
He is stronger than them all.
He's stronger than them all.
Yeah.
Like,
the ones that we've currently seen anyway.
Yeah. Because like he still has his army, right? So
and then he even fucking put shadows in their
so
shadows, which is
yeah,
crazy.
He right after this fight, he's like, perfect. I've gauged everyone's score. I know exactly where they fare up in terms of my shadows. And you're like, this dude's already being like thinking about a rising.
if
It's
you
so
die, those are mine.
Well, if you
It's
think
so
about it, it's not
nuts.
even about that could be a possibility, but they're with them at Jeju Island.
Yeah.
His shadows are with them. So if one or two of them die,
Well, that's where
I think he
He can swap Arise
to get into
fuck,
Yeah.
that's
to
right.
get into the whole thing. There is they're about to go into Jeju Island. Obviously, this is the start of that
of the raid.
of that raid.
Yeah.
So right after this fight, we find out that Jinwoo is not going to be joining them because he says, "Nah, mom, my mom's back. She got to make me mac and cheese and
Fuck
dino
y'all, my
nuggies.
mom's back.
I ain't had mac and cheese and dino nuggies in way too long. Y'all can go to Jeju Island.
What did
I'm
you?
getting
I had
mac and
had
cheese
mac and cheese and dino nuggets.
nuggies since I was 8 years old.
My
So-
mom's making me mac and cheese and dino nuggets. I don't need no ants.
Exactly. Who needs ants? So they all
yeah,
set
it wasn't
off.
about helping his mom.
Huh?
It wasn't about helping his mom. He just wanted those home cooked meals again.
Bang. Yeah.
he just wanted to be
he got-
mama's boy.
he does get back to his apartment and see his mom and Andre's like, why she looks so tired? I was like,
Bro, she looks tired as
I was
hell,
like,
dog.
I was like, you've been sleeping for 4 years. You can't just how you gonna be tired now, huh? You got 4 years of life left in you now. You better not be sleeping
for
for 4
somebody
years.
that was bedridden for 4 years. I'm surprised they didn't have to go to like
Kai,
Physio.
oh, 100% you would have to.
Just
Like,
walking around
yeah,
like
she's
no big
walking
deal.
around.
She's making food, like she's just stretching it, like she's making food and stuff.
It's real
I mean,
weird.
her husband was an A rank. So maybe she just built different.
Ooh. Yeah.
I mean,
She was taking that A rank dick, you know what I'm saying?
she had to work.
She had to work.
Yeah, but if I'm not mistaken, before that we get a little stint with the ants.
We do. We get to see so basically a lot of stuff is happening. They're gearing up to get in to go to Jeju Island. There's a defense force. There's a bunch of scenes with like
Old people.
Like,
Well, talk about the ant scene that happened.
are you talking about which ant scene?
The ant scene where we see the ants like eating each other.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
Because like I can't remember what the queen said, but
She says they pretty much run out of resources
that's
on
what
the
it was.
island.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
And they're starting to cannibalize themselves.
Yeah.
She's like, we need to expand out so my children don't do this anymore.
Yeah. And then
So she's
behind
like,
her,
I need-
there's like a giant freaking cocoon.
yeah.
With
And
like,
she's like, I need to make someone who's gonna lead this army.
Yeah.
Miriam.
with
Literally Merum.
essentially.
Let's
so,
be real.
So
it's
this
Merum.
so this bigger-esque ant is born, and it comes up the cocoon red and then shrinks down to like a nice like dark blue, almost black
And
with
it's a
like
bit more humanoid.
Yeah.
very
And then
with like red eyes, and then it screams.
and then a beam, just a burst of energy comes from
Like-
the top of the mound
Yeah.
and shoots into the sky.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh,
And you know that
Okay.
ant is gonna fuck a lot of shit up.
oh yeah. You
Yeah.
already know it's Meruem, dude. We already saw this in Hunter x Hunter. Okay. We knew how destructive that force was, and we're about to see it again, which is crazy. But we do see the D rank healer. I can't remember her name. She joined the defense force. A bunch of the other guys
What
joined
is
the
her
defense
name
force.
again?
And the defense force is basically a defensive front against if any ants actually escape the raid and make it to the mainland.
Yeah, somehow fly past all the helicopters. and stuff.
Exactly. And we get another shot of them. Basically, the next few shots are them going to the island.
Mhm.
They're all in the helicopters. We get to see Chai-Hin in her outfit. We get to see all of them in their like battle
In
outfits.
their drip.
That was drip. That
Yeah,
was
oh, yeah,
drip.
yeah.
That was they went
They all
hard.
look cool.
They all look very cool. And we also do get a shot of the island with just a bunch of ferries rolling up, and we see that they got battleships just all around.
Yeah.
That B rank healer, but her name was Lee Jo Hee.
Lee Jo Hee,
Yeah.
nice, yeah. Lee Jo Hee, she's
One of
joined-
the people who genuinely cared about.
yeah,
Jinwoo.
Jinwoo, yeah. Her
His
his
first-
He's gonna
his
leave
first
her
love,
ass.
yeah. I mean, you see Chai-Hin, dang.
B rank? Worthless.
Yeah. You seen what they did to her, Chess? Jim was like, you seen what the knockers, bro? We've been looking at them the whole time.
The whole time. I don't need you. I'm S. You're B. You are beneath me.
beneath me, exactly. So, yeah, we see them all come up to the island,
Yeah.
and basically
We also
they're-
get to see along with her, the guy who got his arm chopped off, who was also like there for Jin. I can't remember his name. He was the leader of the raid the first time.
right the leader of the
Of the first raid who
Yeah.
helped who took her out
Yeah.
and said, Jin, I'm back for you.
yeah. I can't remember his
yeah,
name
but like
for the
but
life of me,
it's
but
those two
yeah, basically from the original. And then we also get to see
who are
like,
gonna die for sure.
yeah, they're gonna die for sure. Then we get the shots of who's actually on
Song
like the
Chi
ships.
Yul.
That guy, yeah, the homie.
Damn, you found that? Yo, Sheldon's better than Pat right now. This is amazing. He's
I don't even
who?
know that name
Who's
anymore.
Patrick?
You're gone.
So yeah, we also get to see who's on the ships, and there's a lot of A ranks there. Obviously,
There was that A rank group that he saved.
the A rank group that he
Who
saved
are gonna die?
with main character energy. I can't remember his name now, but he really needs his own spin-off. He needs his vigilantes.
Who?
The A rank dude who boss rushed.
Oh, homie needs his.
What's his name? Tusk.
Yeah. Homie needs his own show now.
He needs his own
I need
show.
to know how the group started.
Bang.
Yeah,
I didn't see that.
so they can die in this show.
Exactly.
It's the Knights Guild, Kim Chul.
He's the greatest. He's the greatest behind this.
Bro,
He's
Bro, Jamie.
Sheldon is aura farming right now, dude. He's getting all the names ready.
We need a Sheldon cam.
honestly. No, but we get to see all those 8
How are
ranks.
you finding these so fast?
I know, he's so quick. We also get the shot of what they're actually about to do. So they have like 5 S rank hunters on the island,
Mhm.
and
I think it's all the
basically-
Japanese people.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they just go, "Ah!" and basically
Yeah,
go
so I
Super
think
Saiyan.
I can't remember who calls them, but says, "All right, let loose pillars."
Yeah, pillars of
blue.
of spirit energy. And
And then all the ants just pour out. It's basically the island kind of looks like an anthill.
yeah, it does.
Essentially.
Yeah, like a small anthill. And so all the ants start coming out and they start going towards them. And some of the ants start heading towards the helicopter.
Yeah.
And then you see
Yeah.
Choi Jung-in? Choi.
Sheldon.
Fire Guild Master. Ultimate Weapon. Choi Jung-in, I believe. Choi Jung-in is his name. And he starts shooting out some light beams, and then Sheldon goes, why I was expecting a big beam, and then he proceeds to
because
use
like
big beam attack,
more ants fly through, and he basically says, "All right, fuck it,"
and then he lets loose and
Yeah.
goes crazy.
and it goes like straight past him into like the mountain. too.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I was like, you couldn't start with
Yeah,
that.
you can just start with that. This dude could probably go in and do it himself, like just hit it. But,
Oh yeah. So then we
um,
see some of the Japanese people just
Cutting.
slicing and dicing.
we got some cool fight, just a little bit of fighting,
Little
nothing,
B-roll.
yeah, a little B-roll.
Yeah.
Nothing bad. Very cool to see them all fighting and just
Yeah.
ripping them apart.
Yeah.
And then the 5 Korean,
Yeah. The main team is
main
like
team.
the Korean team.
yeah, is the Korean team,
Yeah.
and
It's-
so they all land.
it's White Tiger,
Yep,
Chae-hee,
yep.
the Flame guy, and
Choi
and,
Jung-hin.
and now, if I'm not mistaken, they're
No, and then hold
White
on, the
Tiger.
healer, Bayek's healer that
and
we
then
just
the
met,
Archer.
and the archer.
It's those 5.
Yeah, it's those 5. And so they start heading to the mound, and
No, they're in the mound now.
no, they land.
Oh yes, pardon me.
They land, and then
Yeah.
they're on their way to the mound.
Yeah.
And we get this cool scene of like there's a bunch of holes in the mound, and they're like,
Yeah,
we got to
'cause-
figure out which one.
Yeah, because if I'm not mistaken, Fire Guy puts like a net on top so that way the queen
Yes.
can't go up.
So no one can leave, basically.
Yeah, and
the
then
mound.
and then he basically there's like a bazillion holes, and then the White Tiger guy's like, how the hell are we gonna find out? And he basically goes, and sends like small little fireballs into
Yep.
each hole, and then he's like, the fuck you doing, man? This is not gonna do anything. And then one hole is not fuming, and he goes, the reason why I did that is because my fireballs hit a wall, and we gotta find the
Well,
longest
I made
tunnel.
a mistake. Kim Chul was the elf guy. He's iron.
Oh,
Yeah, sorry, my bad.
Oh, it's all
You're
It's
fired.
Asian
It's
Jamie's
Sun
fired.
Ki Hoon. It's Sun Ki Hoon. That's who that.
Oh,
character
yes.
was.
good. Sun
Yeah.
Ki-hoon.
Yeah. So long story short, he sent the fireballs into the holes because one of them is a long tunnel, and we find out that one is the one.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we find out that. And
Yeah, that
so-
was a 5-head move.
It
It
really
was.
was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was really smart.
Yeah.
I like
The
this
battle
because
IQ
this
in
is-
this anime is really
Like-
high with a lot of them.
like the thing is, the reason we like this anime as well is because there's no if this was any other anime, do you know how long it would take them to actually get to that like the anthill mound? They'd probably have like 4 or 5 episodes lead up to that anthill
flying
mound.
on the flying on the
full
helicopter.
battle prep.
Each that, or they would just know where to go automatically without any reasoning.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so
Each Korean character would have 2 flashback episodes explaining why they're there.
exactly.
Right?
But they immediately go to the right place. They know they're using 5-head moves. Like it's actually strategic in the way that they're tackling this whole situation.
Yeah.
It's very cool to see this. And so they all head in.
We get
and-
like one random shot of Jinwoo doing push-ups.
Yeah, he's
And he's just
like,
doing, like,
I'm
his
doing
daily
He's
quests.
doing his daily goals.
Yeah.
And that's about it. And then
Mhm.
so we cut back and they are traveling through and they find like an area where there's a bunch of eggs.
Yes, they stumble upon the scene we saw
Yeah,
earlier.
with the big egg.
Yeah.
And so they all like look at that and they're like, yo, it ain't hatched out of that thing.
Well, yeah. So at first they're like, "Oh my god, all the eggs, And then I think it's the healer guy, which is BX friend, who
Yeah.
was scared to come in the first place, but
Yes.
then ponied up.
Yeah,
He sees the egg and he goes, "Guys, I don't know if we can do this." And then the White Tiger guy's like, "Look, we got this." That's a big fucking egg. What are we gonna do?
Yeah. That's
So
that's a
like
big
he's like
egg.
internally freaking out, and he's like, "Oh my god, what the fuck came out of that?"
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we cut back to some of the Korean teams going, and we see that big dude, the really strong guy who is like he's like outstripped.
Japanese.
Huh? or Japanese. Sorry,
yeah,
my bad.
it's
My
all
bad. My
it's
bad.
all the Japanese guys.
flipping
Because
names.
the Japanese teams are the diversion team.
Yes,
they're on the-
Japanese are the
they're
diversion
on
team.
the
You're right.
outsides.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
No, I misspoke. Sorry,
Yeah.
my bad. No, the Japanese teams on the outside. They are the really strong dude who is going up against Bayek, who has like all the scars on him. He actually got a little injury on his shoulder.
Boo hoo.
He's like, "Yo, healer, I
Hit-
need some heals," and
hit
she's
me.
like, "I need some," and he's like, but she's like, "I don't want to be paid though."
Yeah, he's
And
like,
he's
bitch,
like-
kill me.
God, just heal me, man. Like,
Yeah.
why is this got to be transactional?
And then in the distance they see some more ants, and he goes, "Look, can you just heal me?" And then like instantly some shit happens, and I was like, "Well, that's fast."
Boom.
Yeah,
And then
it's just so it's if I'm not mistaken, it's like her legs,
yeah,
and then in the foreground is homeboy, and then the ants, and he's like turning, and he's like, "Yo, can you just heal me?" And then all of a sudden we hear like,
yep.
and then homie beside her, and then big boy turn around, and then it pans up her legs, torso, chest, and then head.
Gone.
Or that was their
There
head.
was no head.
No, it was bloody, and then
A sad day when there's no head. Ha ha ha.
and then her body just falls, and both of them are like, what the? And then we get this like evil looking sketched out version of like two giant eyes, and we assume it's the black ant,
It's
and
just
it just ends.
it's all black, and it's like a sketch up of these big red eyes.
Yeah.
And that's the end of the episode. Credits roll immediately after that scene.
Yeah. So death is just the next episode.
Well, the next episode's title, as seen at the end of the
It's going to
credits,
get more intense.
It's going to get more intense. You couldn't have said nothing better.
Do we think, as a collective here, that out of those three people, the healer's gone, I assume homeboy in the glasses is next. Do we think for even 5 seconds the tough guy is going to stand a chance, or is he just off rip dead?
He'll die fast.
How fast?
How fast?
Do you think like he might be like hold back, or like just dead?
Well, we haven't seen like the thing
You'll
is
see like 1 or 2 swings, and then he'll die.
the thing
That's
is
what I think.
you really because
That's
we
what I
haven't
think.
seen them full release yet.
He got injured by one of the little guys.
Yeah, I mean there was
and he
sure.
was like, "I need healing."
He didn't say he needed it. He was just like, "Yo, heal me." He's like, "This one got my
That's basically
shoulder."
saying he needed it.
All right, buddy. Sure. But we haven't seen them go like full serious mode yet. Like none of them have actually
I don't
gone
think
full
it's gonna
serious mode.
matter.
True.
I think Biro that bug is just that strong.
True.
Mm.
But the fact that we didn't even see, sense, or hear this bug take off her head, or we even know what this bug is capable of, I'm like on the fence of like he might last a couple seconds or just off rip dead.
Yeah, I mean we'll definitely see. Like
Yeah, and
in
we'll
the
talk
next
about it,
episode
but
for
like,
sure.
I personally think that like
I would say I feel like I mean I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say he's gonna put up like a crazy fight or anything like that. But I do think it'll last at least a few seconds. But there's gonna be a moment where he's crying out for help, and he's like,
and then just
and then they're like, "Yo, where's that team?
so now question.
Well, I don't see the pillar of light."
So now again, question for you guys from the Korean team: who do you think is dying first?
All of them.
No, first,
All of them.
same time.
I don't
Every
think they're all
single one
gonna
of them.
die. I think Bayek's S-class healer person that showed up.
Yeah,
I feel like he's gonna end up dying.
first.
We know
I don't know
the,
about first, but
we know the archer is gonna die. Let's be real. We don't even know his name. They didn't even give his name. That's how we know he's gonna
I think
die.
the surviving people are gonna be Chie, Bayek, Chung.
Then the archer.
No,
No, the archer's dying.
That dude's
immediately.
dead.
He's the first one
that
dead.
dude's dead. I think that's it.
Because I think what
So
we're
the three, yeah.
I think what we're gonna
and Goto from.
Oh yeah.
I think he'll end up surviving.
yeah, it's gonna be interesting because I don't know if any of them can stop it, but I think what is going to be cool and what I'm looking forward to and hoping is gonna happen is we're gonna see Bayek's like best friend like kind of die, and then
and him
Bayek
just snap.
full snap. Because we saw him part snap when they were fighting the S ranks, and we saw these cool claws. We didn't comment on it before. The claws? The full fur claws.
Yeah, like fur up to here.
Yeah, up to half forearm. Like
Yeah.
dude was starting to get he was
Bro almost became a white tiger.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, this white tiger thing is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Right?
Like Baek is a pretty cool character. Man.
Okay, I knew
Yeah.
you were gonna like
He's-
Baek. Yeah.
It reminds me honestly of like Grimjow.
Of Grimjow, right?
Yeah, but like a good version of Grimjow.
Yeah. Like an old beaten down good version of Grimjow. Yeah, I could see that. It's his transformation is going to be really cool, and I feel like that's how it's going to go down.
Yeah.
That's just we haven't read this. Obviously, we're watching the anime.
I stopped.
Yeah. We are all, no one here has watched it or has read it, so we don't know what's going to happen. We're only
That's what
keeping
I
up with
wish
the
I
anime.
did for JJK.
I said to stop.
But I did with Chainsaw Man. And I stopped reading that.
Yeah,
Yeah?
I said to stop for JJK every chapter, and you're like, I can't.
What do you guys give this episode?
I'm teetering on 8.5 or 9. No,
8 out of 10.
I say 8.5.
eight 8.5. Yeah.
I feel like it obviously it is more of a lead up episode, right? We're getting to see they gave us a lot more. This was a lore heavy or like a world building heavy episode. So we got a lot of world building with these characters. We know exactly where we're going. What I like about this is they didn't because there was no this whole episode just got us right into the action. We're now full blown like next episode, it's the action.
It's going to get more.
It's going to get more intense. That's what I like about this anime is they know how to do a lead up properly, and they don't do a lead up for 8 to 10 episodes. They make it a very quick thing. They are cutting a lot of fat from this show. We already know that from
I
all the
appreciate it,
skipped content.
Yeah.
It would be nice to have some of that skipped content. I get that. Maybe they can do a director's cut. Right? You get a director's cut, you get an extra 2-3 minutes per episode. You get those funny little moments, a little bit more of the padding that everyone wants.
Yeah.
Right? The things that people want to see.
Yeah.
That would be cool to see. But as it is right now, I love this. I love this show. This show is so good.
What do we have for time?
Nice. Okay, so we're actually cool. We're at the perfect time. Hey, 1 hour 12 minutes.
Is there anything else you just want to kind of spitball?
Yeah, I mean, like we do have what we're what's coming out in like in spring. So what we're gonna be keeping up with because Daima's now done. So we are gonna have a free block every episode where we're probably just gonna be talking about something different every single time. Until April when we start to get these new animes out. What do we got for animes?
I think the ones that are going to be like on our radar is Fire Force Season 3.
Yes, which I'm catching up.
Which
on,
is fine. I thought it was going to come out 2026.
Yeah, no, it's this
Coming out this year.
coming out 3 weeks. 3 weeks time.
It's been on hiatus for a while.
Mm-hmm.
A while, like it's probably been like 7 years or 6 years, something like that.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Windbreaker Season 2.
Yes, which we did season 1.
We like Season 1.
We like season 1.
Yeah.
Season 1 was good.
2, I think did we agree that we were gonna watch Devil May Cry?
I want to.
I think he wanted to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to as well.
Yeah.
You want to as well. I just
Yeah.
know nothing about Devil May Cry, so this is going to be another one that I'm going in blind.
Well, that's fine because I think the way it looks like it's starting is
Yeah.
how the first game starts, where they just kind of throw you into it
Mm.
and you know
Yeah.
nothing about who this guy is.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair
Yeah.
ugh.
I think
might-
this is for people
All
who
you know
want to
is
get
that
into
he
it.
hunts devils.
Yeah. And his name.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think all like.
So
from
this is
your
like a
POV,
start. This is starting. The story is like original. Like it's not like we're getting some weird like time cut out of like. It's gonna
It's just
explain
kind of
everything.
like, I think it's just throwing you into it. It's like, this is Dante. He kills devils and he talks shit.
Okay.
That's the best way to
Literally.
describe.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm down. We'll definitely see what we're gonna be talking about. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a
Yeah.
lot of that. I want to ask
Hunts
Pat
devils.
as
There's
well.
a couple like optional ones I think.
Yeah.
That was that we kind of talked about.
Yeah.
Which was Lazarus and.
But we're not gonna be
My
watching
Hero
Lazarus.
Vigilantes.
Yes, My
Yeah.
Hero Vigilantes. That's
Kill
an
devils,
optional one.
talk shit.
Yeah, Lazarus. I know is kind of weird because one, it's on Adult Swim, but
Yes.
also like Mappa's doing it, so who knows how good this is going to be and how much time they've actually spent making this. And 2, it's an original anime, so there's no manga that.
Wait, is it?
follows
It's Mappa?
Yeah.
Why is
Mappa's doing
Mappa doing it on Adult Swim though?
Because they're dumb.
They are considered to be one of the best anime studios, but lately they've been kind of dropping the ball on things, man. So
I
don't know,
mean,
we'll see.
Fair enough.
Maybe they just had more time to work on this.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like the thing is, Adult Swim's track record is 0. It's like if you put me in an
Don't
NBA
say that.
game. What do they have?
They have stuff.
Hit it.
Wait, what?
Adult Swim's track record for anime is 0. Yep. You're trying.
No, I've never watched anything on Adult Swim, so I don't know.
Ninja Kamui?
Except for Ninja Kamui. That's it.
Uzumaki, which I just recently watched, was Adult Swim
Okay, I didn't know
original
that.
as well, and that
I know they've had
fell
anime on their stuff before,
Yeah.
but I've never.
and they have
knew
very
that.
small anime that are usually like one-offs and burn out very quickly and are very poorly rated as well. Their track record for
No, they're
animes,
not.
yeah. I'm waiting for a rebuttal.
The first couple episodes of Ninja Kamui.
First couple episodes of Ninja Kamui.
The theme
That's
song also fucked.
Theme song did fuck. I won't lie. First few episodes were probably some of the best that we've talked about this.
Oh, the new Gundam movie's coming out.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, you want to go watch that, right?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We also
Still,
do
one of the hardest scenes in Ninja is the very end of the first episode where he's walking away from like the House on Fire theme song. Mask fucks.
goes hard.
Don't care what no one
goes
says.
so hard.
Yeah.
It's such a hard.
I mean, you were like, huh?
Dude, so good. Like, honestly, it made, because I think we were watching Solo at the time.
Yeah.
And we were like, Solo's shit.
You know what's funny? I was talking to somebody about this, and I was like, yeah, Ninja Kamui was like the shit when it
The
came out compared
shit.
to Solo Leveling.
Yeah.
And
The
Solo Leveling was
shit.
just boring
It
for
was.
the first 5 episodes.
because we were because the direct, it was so hard not to like be like, yo, Ninja Kamui is one of the greatest shows I've ever watched, right?
Yeah.
Like,
At
it
one point,
was
we thought
peak.
it was literally going to be anime of the year.
We thought it was going to be anime of
I think the
all
first episode,
time.
I'm like, yeah, this is anime.
No, the first episode, I can arguably say, I still to this day think it is probably the best first episode of any anime I've ever
Some way to
watched in my
introduce the
entire
series, man.
life. It was,
It's like for no reason.
for no reason, it's perfect.
it's an easy 10.
12. It makes every other anime look like shit.
Yeah, for our first episode, it was
made
like
Solo Leveling look like shit. That's insane,
yeah.
right? That's testament to how good it was, but it fell off so quick.
The first episode, how good of Ninja Kamui was, is the equivalent of when you ask someone or like your girlfriend what they want to eat and they just hit you and you're like, oh my god, you answered me.
Yeah. What's the best first episode of any anime ever? Ninja Kamui.
Name another one.
Name one that's better.
Free Run.
Not a better. No.
Oh,
No. First episode.
well, you first said first good episode of an anime,
No. I mean, like,
and then you changed it to like better than Ninja Kamui.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah. That's what I mean. What's better than Ninja Kamui? Like, what trumps Ninja Kamui's first episode in terms of like pure quality? I don't think anything.
Bleach
does.
1000 Year Blood War.
The
Comeback,
I
the
love-
comeback, the reintroduction to Ichigo and the team.
No, hold on.
And then he goes,
That's coming off the
Bon
pretense.
Kai?
That's coming off the
Getsuga
pretense.
Tensho?
If you never watched Bleach and you show both episodes,
it's when the theme song hits.
hold on. Let me make an argument. You get a person that's never watched either. You put both of them in there to watch the first episode of both. Which one do they like more?
I think that's subjective.
The thing is,
he's probably right.
I'm right.
Well, actually,
it's the
I would say
Getsu-
a majority of people would probably say Ninja Kamui would be the better first episode introduction.
Is the Bleach's first episode bad? Hell no. It is damn phenomenal. But that's coming off the heels of what, like 300, 200 episodes, however many we watch. Like if you watch the filler or not,
that's coming off the heels of waiting.
That
Yeah.
entire time, right? And all that, and they give us one of the best.
Oh, but then there's also
all the
Attack on
fan service.
Titan. People just die, dude.
Fuck. That's right.
So people die in Ninja Kamui.
That's what I'm
and
saying.
I'd say the animation
like,
is far
It was
superior.
But
Attack on Titan first episode was jarring.
But when
It
you
was
learn
jarring.
the context, then it's like way better.
See, this is what I'm
no,
saying.
but I'm
Zero
just saying
context.
forget
just
the context. I'm just
off
saying
rip?
off rip first episode was
It was crazy.
crazy
off
good.
rip, I almost stopped it because I was like, this is too intense.
But I'm saying, regardless of that, if you take all of them, you were to show somebody who doesn't watch anything,
Yeah.
far superior in terms of animation, in terms of fighting, in terms of everything. I would say it trumps almost all anime. It's hard to say because I have so many other anime that I like, and I
Yeah.
hate Ninja Kamui. I think the endings.
I'm gonna say G Gundam when they first introduced Domon and he just went in and just shit kicked people. I was like, oh, okay, he's him.
I will say the first episode of Ninja will go down as one of the greatest first episodes I've ever seen.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, we are coming to the end of this. We will discuss more on what last anime we're gonna be talking about. We have a few weeks to go over that for sure. Hopefully we have one of these weeks where we have the whole crew and we don't have just the two of us.
Yeah.
But it was fun to shoot the shit with my boy.
Yes, sir. I have something to
Andre.
tell you, but it's not anime related, so I will wait till we're like about to end, so we can end.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if you like this episode, please drop a like down below, subscribe, comment, do all those fun things. We love you guys, Sack Squad. I'm sorry I was away for a week from you, but I'm back. I'm back.
I thought it was 4 days.
No, I was gone for last week, is what I'm saying, for last week's pod.
Yeah.
But yeah, we will see you next week with another fun Fuels episode of Solo,
with it,
Sakamoto, and us, our stupidity.
Yes, sir.
So we will see you in the next one. Peace.
Peace.